So I am back in Alcudia Beach Resort for 2025 and you can see it's an absolutely glorious day over here in January. The temperature is currently 18 degrees, the sea is calm, the sky is blue and it is a beautiful day. But join me as we take a walk along the beach and I'm going to show you what you can get over here in Alcudia Beach Resort for €4.5 million. But anyway, we're not talking property either, we're not talking about villas, we're not talking about houses, but we've got lots of updates from over here in Alcudia Beach Resort. So come on, let's head on down the pier, but not before we take a look at the views behind me. And just check out the beach today. I mean, this is absolutely glorious weather for January. It's normally quite a bit colder than this. I suspect the temperatures may be dipping in the coming days, but there's nothing to stop us from enjoying the day here today in Alcudia Beach. So if you are hoping to come over here on holiday during summer 2025, check out my content from last year to get an idea of what you can expect. But the first thing I'm going to say is consider subscribing to the channel. I have plenty of content coming out from over here in Alcudia Beach Resort, running all the way down, actually all the way along the Playa de Morro, down towards Can Picaforte. But for now, let's head on down off the pier. We're going to take a walk along the beach. I'm going to tell you exactly what it's like today. Now, it's been a long time since I've been down here in Alcudia Beach Resort. I don't think I've been over here since around October, but my goodness, how things have changed from the hot summer months. And we can see today actually that we do have quite a few people, probably residents, over here enjoying the day. So the first thing I can notice today, apart from the fact that the beach is practically empty, is just how hard packed the sand is over the winter months here. Of course, it isn't the summer season. They let it flat pack a little bit because, well, we've got lots of renovations taking place on the beach. We're going to go and head on over to those in just a moment, but it allows for all the heavy machinery and the trucks to come onto the beach quite easily. But don't worry too much because come the spring, all this sand is going to get fluffed up, as it were. They're going to get the tractors down along the beach, they're going to get the beaches cleared, and soon we're going to see the sun umbrellas being put down into the sand. But I don't anticipate that happening until around April. But anyway, in the meantime, let's go and take a look at the brand new beach bars, which look like they're nearing completion, and let's get an update from there. So they did renovate this first beach bar just a couple of summers ago, but this all got torn down along with the other beach bars that line the back of the beach here, running down towards Alcudia Port, to make a way for 6 brand new beach bars. Now, I think only 5 have been built. We'll see as we keep going down as well. I did notice towards the middle of last year actually that one of them didn't go ahead. The building of one of the beach bars didn't go ahead, but we can see now that building work has just about been done on the outside at least. Now, by the looks of it, they've just got the insides of these beach bars to do, but let's take a quick look around this one. Now, the main controversial point with the beach bars here is that they're a lot bigger than most people anticipated, and the previous construction here was very much smaller actually. It's probably about half the size. But we now have lining this area, and you can actually see them if I just stand here, you can see in the distance actually, you can see the next beach bar a little bit further down. They're quite prominent along here on Alcudia Beach. They do stand out rather a lot. But it looks like they've been given the same colour as the sand as well, so as not to look too distinctive. But this looks like it's going to be the terrace area. Okay, so if you've got an extra €4.5 million going spare, then you'll be in a position to bid for the tender of one of these beach bars. Now, no one is allowed to bid for more than one beach bar, but if you are lucky enough to get the tender for this beach bar, then you're going to be allowed to open from between 10 AM and 6 PM from between April and October, which is basically the holiday season over here in Mallorca. You do get a slight extension of opening times during July and August. That's going to to be until around 7:30, and fingers crossed as well, in 2026 we may well see these beach bars open until around 11 p.m. at night, but not for 2025. Now, as you can see, that the outsides of the buildings have just about been finished, and that was a requirement of actually the building project taking place. And I just have to point out as well that the funds for this came from the EU, but they just have the interiors to finish now, but all's looking good. If you're over here on holiday in Alcudia last summer, you would have seen the trucks going backwards and forwards, you would have seen the building works taking place, but I'm very pleased to say, but fingers crossed, these beach bars will be open for summer 2025, and you're going to be able to get a drink over here finally on Alcudia Beach. Anyway, we can still see works taking place down here, but let's head on back down towards the water. Okay, so as we head on back towards the waterfront here, we can see we've got a few people out walking today. I have to admit, this is one of the nicest walks you can do from Alcudia Port all the way up towards Camp Picafor. A steady stream of people today, not very many. I can see a few people, but like I've said, just check out the views. It's absolutely glorious down here today. Now, I'm just looking back here at the beach bar, and if you look at the huge hotel, the Paraiso d'Alcudia Hotel, compare it in size to the beach bar. I mean, these beach bars do make quite a significant presence over here on the beach, and that's what's caused so much controversy over here from the residents and from the businesses as well. I can imagine many people's views have been blocked by the beach bars being built. Anyway, come on, let's keep on heading down. Now, I think I could have also worn my flip-flops today, actually, and gone for a paddle in the sea. I kind of regret not doing it. It always looks a lot colder first thing in the morning than it turns out to be during the day, even in winter over here in Mallorca. And I never understand why we don't see many more people than we're seeing today, especially over on the beach like this in winter. And I was right. Look, here is the site of what would have been the final beach bar, actually, that never did get built. You've still got some metal dumps over on the far side. Is this all going to be removed? Is this area going to be restored? Well, hopefully it will be, but let's see. Anyway, let's keep on walking. Now, an absolutely gorgeous day down here. Look, we can see more people coming down for a picnic as well on the sands. You really can't blame them, actually. Over here in January, we're starting to see slightly longer evenings now. The sun isn't setting until well after 6 p.m, which is absolutely brilliant. If you are thinking of getting a cheap flight over, well, this is what you can expect if you're coming to see us over here in Alcudia. Okay, so as we walk along the beach here, you can just look at the edge of the sand, and you can see that we have had a little bit of I'd say, heavy waves coming in at one point or another this winter. It looks like it's been a little bit tidal, but we haven't really had that much in the way of rain or storms this winter at all. In fact, we've barely had any rain. So I'm quite surprised to see this, but you know that we haven't had very many storms because we just haven't had any seaweed, or very much Posidonia seaweed, wash up along the beach that you normally see at this time of year. If you remember my winter videos from last year, you would have seen a whole lot more seaweed along here, and then all having to be banked up as well for collection in around March, April time too. But as you can see here, well, there's not really anything to collect. And that's because of the amazing weather that we've been having over here. But will it change? I suspect it may do. As we go through the months of, well, the rest of January and going into February, we may well get a touch of winter. But judging by the skies today, I'm not so sure. Okay, Okay, so I couldn't actually pass by this jetty without coming on here just to give you a few extra views of over here in Alcudia Beach Resort. We're looking right down here towards Alcudia Port. Oh my goodness, this is just the best thing I've done today. I have to say, living over here in Mallorca, particularly with the weather that I know that you guys have got back in Northern Europe, just to bring you this little bit of sunshine that we have over here. I hope it's been worth your while watching this video. I hope it's getting you excited about summer as well, because, well, all of this isn't going anywhere and all of this will be waiting for you for this year. Just check it out. Now, like I've said in my videos as well, don't be fooled into thinking that, that the beach this summer is going to be like anything like you see today, because it won't be. It's going to be a lot busier, and of course we're going to get the beach umbrellas and the sunbeds down here on the sands too. But what a treat if you're coming here out of season to get a day like this. Should I stay here? Now we're just approaching the next beach bar here, which still hasn't been finished. Its interior also hasn't been finished, and it lies right in front of Paco's Kitchen and Grill. I think that is actually part of the Sunwing complex here, which lies right in front of me. I'm pretty sure they're not entirely happy about having this huge beach bar blocking the views from their restaurant either. See how much space it takes up, my goodness. This one looks a little bit less finished than the others. Still quite a lot to do here. Anyway, let's keep heading down. We've got to watch out here that for the fast moving cars bombing along the beach, the works vehicles. But as we head towards Alcudia Port, we can see it starting to get just a little bit busier. So, big mistake today. I should have actually worn my shorts. I'm absolutely boiling. Loads of people down here in bikinis and in swimwear. And even as we come down to the far end of Alcudia Port here, got even more people in the sea too, because this far end of the beach, particularly in winter, is just a little bit more sheltered than you'll find on the far beach right behind me. But there's barely a breath of wind today. It's an absolutely perfect winter day over here in Alcudia. Now here's something you never see, somebody cycling along Alcudia Beach. That's just how hard and flat packed the sand is today. You wouldn't be able to do that in the summer. In the summer, the sand down here is just really fluffy and soft and quite deep as well. But look, I see another swimmer over here. A little bit early for me to be swimming. I normally have my first sea swim in about May, approximately. But then again, I live here, so if you're coming over here on holiday, I fully expect to see people in the water in February half term. And the final beach bar where you can invest your €4.5 million lies just along from Alcudia Garden. And in front of the Hotel Condes d'Alcudia, the Globales Hotel. You can see it right in front of me here. Don't forget, there will be other places as well where you can spend your money too. Look, we're starting to see other beachside bars down here. We've got the Pizzeria Beach restaurant, and then you've got the little beach bars as well as we head on down towards Alcudia Port. But this is our last big, huge, massive beach bar over here on Alcudia Beach. And once again, my goodness, look at the size of it, right in front of this apartment block. Let me know what your thoughts are in comments actually. It'll be nice, I have to say, to be able to get a drink over here in Alcudia this summer on the beach. As you know, last summer it wasn't possible to get drinks or refreshments actually on the beach, so it is nice that we do have these beach bars. But the size of them just shows how much they're trying to monetize this area and how much custom they're expecting this summer too. Okay everyone, that's just a very quick look at Alcudia Beach Resort today, and you can just see how absolutely gorgeous and glorious it is in January. I'm going to make another quick follow-up video here of Alcudia Port, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already and you want to see what this area is also like in winter. I'm going to have more content coming out on this channel too from over here too, so watch out for that too. But in the meantime, I'm going to drop a couple of videos both here and here on YouTube to help get you excited about summer, particularly if you have a holiday planned this year. In the meantime, don't forget you can find me on the Facebook group and on my Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Goodbye for now.